Hi, this is Alan. I like IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt, and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cozy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt, and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. IRONrealmmedia is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to Space Lettuce from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's a beautiful day. Good morning. Yeah. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe that dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, I'm afraid of course, that there is no dark matter out there. So what? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard. The sleeper has awakened!
And happy Monday to you all you sleepers who have awakened. We've managed to make it back. I've survived the November blizzard of 2025. Good morning, gentlemen. How you doing?
Hi. Didn't know you were blizzarding.
We got about 6 inches of snow.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, all in, well, just a matter of a few hours. Most of it was gone by the end of the day, but 6 inches was quite a bit for the first snow.
Yeah, it's a wake up.
Get off with a boom. And a boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom. So how was y'all's turkey day?
Okay. Oh, mine was good. Busy, hectic. Always hectic. Lunch at our eldest's and his kids and in-laws, and then dinner at the sister's house with the other in-law. And nobody fought, and everybody ate a lot, and I wasn't forced to watch football or the Thanksgiving Day ritual, so that was good. And you, Zachariah?
It wasn't too bad.
Well, that's good.
Uneventful, boring.
I expect if I had to choose, that's what I would choose.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the weather. 37 degrees right now.
Yeah, we're not getting out of the 20s today. And another big round of snow coming in. Luckily not for me, it's going to be further north, but more snow today.
Yeah, we got a cold day Friday. High of 38. Low of 36, though. That's not going to change much. And then we're back up in the 50s, it says. We'll see. That's one thing when it does snow around here, it's not here very long. It's not like back up in Indiana where they have snow now, and they're probably going to have snow till March or so.
Well, here in Cajun country, it's currently 49 degrees and cloudy. You're looking at afternoon showers today with a high in the mid-60s. Low overnight's going to be in the low 40s, so keep an eye on those pets. We're not down in those dangerous digits yet, but they are heading our way, ladies and gentlemen, so get ready. Midweek, we'll hit about 48. Oh, wait, I see 46 even. So winter is here. I mean, relative Cajun winter is here. How about that?
Yeah. It just sucks when it gets cold. For you guys,
It does
Walter,
suck.
especially.
It does suck. We're not built for that. Neither
Yeah, the
our
house is nothing
bodies
is.
nor our
Oh, man,
infrastructure,
yeah.
right? Yeah. It's so far. Again, I've not heard anything coming up like last year. We kind of knew we were going to hit that snow freeze thing way before it happened, or at least they were talking about it way beforehand. So, and that was November of last year. I remember it well. So we'll see if we get some in this month, which actually is today the 1st. Is that what this is?
Yep.
It is. Look at that. Officially the last month of their year. Here with us, ladies and germs. Trying to get my typing hand warmed enough to type. Plus, I've got cords everywhere, man. I've tried to go back to wired headphones just for, my brain tumor, letting it rest a bit. So I found an old pair of phone earbuds that have a not a quarter inch, whatever it is, a little bitty quarter inch, rather than the USB-C plug. I don't even know how I still have a pair of those that look like they had never been unwrapped from the original packaging. Like they had been taken out, but like the little tiny twist ties were still wrapped around them in a weird way that I never would have done. So at some point, those were acquired and lost, I think, because they were definitely not anywhere they should have been when I found them. In another house, that front room, that black hole of that front room, they were in that box that had the book in it, actually. So I pulled them out and played with them and got them to where I could use them only through the headphone jack on my computer. For some reason, the Focusrite headphone jack sounds like everything is a record that someone is putting their finger on and making it warble and slow down. And I've looked, I've seen nobody saying, oh, this is what's causing that with your Focusrite. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. And that's a new one. It's not like out of the box new today, but when I bought it, it was brand new and never used, and it's not that old, so I don't know why it's doing this weird thing. I will figure it out, but having to plug it into the computer, which is a lot further away than my Focusrite, has made it almost impossible for me to use these little earbuds, and I hate cans, so I'm back to feeding my brain tumor this morning. But I have a resulting mix of cords everywhere here. Anyway, I will begin typing. I know I can do it.
I got faith.
So what else has been going on?
Oh, man, what has been going on? I tried to get a game in with Zombie Snoop on Saturday, but not technically a game, a live event that was ending the Simpsons cel-shaded most awesome season they've ever put out, and going into the next season, which I had seen things in the game kind of implying, and some people on videos talking about what character skins, whatever you call them, were going to be, skins and characters, were going to be in season 7. And one of them they kept showing was Tarantino's the bride character, Uma Thurman, Uma, doing some little moves in one of the videos they would show. So that implied to me that she would be one of the characters and or one of the skins we would get. And so sure enough, in the midst of the little live event, which when they call these things live events, I mean, you've done them with me, Zach. They're not technically live events. They're events that everybody's kind of watching and inside of at the same time. And yeah, you can shoot a gun at a thing that's happening in the distance, and it will register that there are points being acquired and are taken off of that character, but you're not really doing anything, like whether you finish shooting that thing or not, it's going to die and the end of the season is going to happen and they're going to switch to the next thing. That's not going to be like, Walt didn't shoot it enough. We're stuck in season 6 now, guys. Fucking Walt, So it was more of a watching event, but there she was, the bride, riding her little motorcycle with her sword and all yelled it out. And I'm like, cool, I guess one day I may get this pass just because she's kind of cool. I like that movie a lot. What I didn't know until literally right before I got in here, when I opened my phone up, there was a game rant deal about it. Apparently this is a collaboration with Tarantino himself to create a missing segment that never got filmed for the movie, where you remember when she was fighting the crew at the Lucky Leaf or whatever it was called, the 88s, the crazy 88s, and the girl with the balls, the metal balls, she fought her and killed her. Spoiler alert, sorry, if you haven't seen Kill Bill by now, you're fucking losing it. Well, apparently there was going to be a segment not long after that where her sister shows up for revenge, because I mean that's what the fucking movie's about, is revenge. And her sister shows up and there's a big fight, and that's why when she finally gets to the final battle with Homegirl, she's so exhausted and tired because she just had that fight with Homegirl sister. Well, that's what is going on. They've collaborated. There's now an animation somewhere. I haven't found it yet because I didn't find out about it yet till this morning, but apparently there's a little segment that was kind of reminiscent of the anime segment in the movie, and people are really excited about the fact that it's actually Uma being body captured and acting captured and all this whole thing. So I'm cool for me. I'm liking it. I love that movie. I didn't think I would actually going into Kill Bill 1 and 2, but yeah, it turned out I really enjoyed them. But that was, like I said, that was Saturday, and even though I got in a party with Zombie, we kept getting booted, so we finally just separated and hopped in individually and got to enjoy our little event there. And then I saw Fletch was getting on as I was getting off last night, so I didn't get a chance to play with him. But I do see some of the old game popping in every now and again on Fortnite. Actually, I saw Liz's account on, but I figured it was one of the grandkids. Because of the time it was.
I see Allison Briscoe in chat.
What's up, Allie?
Give a shout out to Allison. See where you are these days. We might have to meet up.
Right.
I'll come say hi.
I missed my chance. Damn it.
I know. I got to get out to St. Charles anyway. I got folks.
Where she is, St. Charles?
Last I heard, that's where she was going to be. It was back out my direction, my old direction. So.
Very cool. For those of you who are still under a new or different chat name, we found a way to fix that for y'all last week and put it in the chat. Oh, I'm sorry. And I will see if I can find that again for you guys, if you care. I mean, I didn't enough to change it because it's, my channel name is fine. It's close enough. But if someone did want to change it, I'll dig that up again and throw it at y'all.
Oh, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Andrew B.
Andrew B.
I'm only joining in for a little tiny bit here, but you were mentioning Kill Bill, and yeah, at first I did not like that movie. Then I watched it again.
Well,
I
I
was like,
started.
yeah. Then I watched it again, and I was like, oh, okay, this is actually that's pretty cool. It's one of Quentin Tarantino's, not everything he does is a masterpiece, but I think that was one of them. Anyways.
Yeah, no, he definitely is. Go ahead.
When it came to that part where she gets captured and then put into that coffin, and then she was able to use her kung fu skills that she learned in the Himalayas or something like that. And I was like, okay, looks really weird, with however many hundreds of pounds of dirt on top of her, and lack of oxygen, lack of lots of different things, and it's just space in general. There was a Mythbusters episode where, even though Mythbusters don't really bust myths, and there was some cool stuff they did, but what happened was they actually created a robot that would actually have like the tensile strength and to actually break through a box like that. But they put it into a glass enclosure. I'll have to look it up and show it to you guys. But yeah, they said even if that were to happen, it would still just collapse on you, and then there's no fucking way you can escape from a fucking coffin. You're 6 feet underground with dirt on top of you. So, I mean, it's a interesting concept. But
well, as much as I love those guys and their awesome scientific approach to their show, I read an article a long time ago by Mr. King, Mr. Stephen King. And when Mr. Stephen King researched a character that he was going to bury and get them to escape out of that buried coffin situation, he researched it thoroughly. And the only way in his case that he came up with, through actual talking to people who had been buried and dug themselves out or whatever, it was a lighter was the secret weapon. Enough to lighter in the dude's pocket. And so he used the lighter to burn out the wood enough to make it usable, breakable, to get through the wood. And then the whole process of moving the dirt into the coffin, leaving a small enough hole so that the collapse that you're talking about didn't happen, moving the dirt down with his feet, and the whole thing, like, it was the most fucking terrifying, claustrophobic inducing scenario reading about this dude getting himself out of the situation, which I'm not going to spoil in case someone hasn't read it, all of Mr. King's works. But anyway, yeah, it's doable from his point of view. And that research was done, back in the day, like at libraries and shit. He didn't build a robot. He's not cool like the myth-busting dudes are cool. But anyway, I'm trying to find what that was again. I'm going to see. I think it was in his Dance Macabre book. It's where he talked about that, but I could be wrong. There was also own writing that he put out that talked a lot about his research and character studies and things. I'll look for it. You guys talk about it.
What's something interesting about Mythbusters, and I feel embarrassed about this to even admit it nowadays, but when one of my buddies was mentioning to me, flat Earth and that kind of thing, and then, the moon landing and evolution, all that kind of stuff, it was a big, long conversation. I was like, well, yeah, the moon landing. I mean, Mythbusters did a 2-hour special on it, proving that it happened. And he's like, I was like, oh, like he was like a face palm kind of situation. And I was like, why? What's going on with that? And he's like, well, here, let me show you some other stuff about it. And I was like, oh, fuck, I got tricked. Oh, shit. So the Mythbusters thing, I would not call them, they're not busting myths. They are showing evidence for certain things according to what the producers of the show and the advertisers want people to see. That's pretty much what that was. That's the entire show. And then The only reason I basically watched it was because Carrie Byron, the redhead, I'm kind of in love with her. And I actually got to meet her once, but that was a long time ago when I was working over in the same area where they were, which is the Alameda, California, which is like an island off the coast of like right by Oakland. Anyways, yeah, Mythbusters. I used to like them a lot, but they're off the air now. And what they're doing individually, like Adam Savage, he's got his own YouTube channel and stuff, where he's actually doing real stuff, not like TV produced propaganda. All right, rant over.
Cool.
Good rant there, Andrew.
Good rant.
So, did you have a good turkey day? Andrew B.
Andrew B.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. I did not, because I thought I was talking about this before, but my brother was hosting the whole gathering at his house, and he married my sister-in-law now, and she is mostly Mexican. And what happens with those kind of things is that they invite every single fucking person they know over to the gathering. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, and then like my brother thinks he knows how to cook really well, and so does she, my sister-in-law. And no, they don't know how to cook very well. And then everyone's just like completely hammered drunk, and half the people there are speaking Spanish. I don't know what the fuck people are talking about. And I basically was like, I'm just like, all right, well, I told my mom and my dad, hey, I'm not showing up to my brother, Nathan, that's his name. I'm not showing up to Nathan's house to do that. So and they were like, yeah, it was probably a better idea that you didn't, because that's exactly what happened. There was just a whole bunch of drunk people, and they were like elbow to elbow, the whole fucking thing. So what did I do? I vacuumed and did my laundry. That's what I did on Thanksgiving.
At least you were productive.
There you go.
Oh, bad. Bring that.
So a little bit of space lettuce for the time being.
What you got?
Okay. Oh, shit, I'll have to share my screen, but oh shit. Well, I'll just read it for now. So I'm, space.com, also known as comedycentral.com, or whatever you want to call it, have gravitational waves provided the first hint of primordial black holes born during the Big Bang. Like, how fucking, what is it, like a Marvel fucking comic now? Like going to like time travel bullshit? Like, how absurd is this?
How absurd is it? Oh, wait, I thought we were doing a Carson bit. My bad.
All scientists may have heard, quote unquote, the first tantalizing hints of long theorized primordial black holes born during the Big Bang. The potential detection of these tiny black holes, I think it's even worse, the tiny black holes that could be the size of a coin, or even as small as a fraction of the size of an atom, came from the detection of ripples in space-time called gravitational waves by two Earth-based detectors, the laser interferometer, it's LIGO. The LIGO, oh, I can't do it.
Black holes, a percentage the size of an atom. Is that what I heard?
Yeah. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Right.
I mean, I think it makes perfect sense. all that gravity doing absolutely nothing to the surrounding area?
Well, it bends it, don't you know? The area.
Does it?
Does it though? When you have a bent area, you need salve. I guarantee it.
Does it though?
Okay, so here we go. This is the actual thing. All right. Yes, there's LIGO thing. The LIGO Virgo collaboration has been routinely detecting gravitational waves launched through.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know I wasn't muted till I saw it light up. My bad.
What did they cock?
No, what is Cogra? Cogra. LIGO Virgo Cogra. What is that?
I don't know.
Again, sounds like salve time.
So yeah, it's just it has been routinely detecting gravitational waves launched through the fabric of space by mergers between black holes and collisions between extreme stellar remnants called neutron stars. Since 2012, blah, 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 blah. Okay. When the signal from the event designated S251112CM, whatever the fuck that means, was observed, it revealed that one of the objects involved had a mass way too small to be either a stellar mass black hole or a neutron star, both of which are stellar remnants born from the collapsing core of a dying massive star and have masses greater than that of the sun. And then it says in quotes now, if this turns out to be real, then it's enormous. That's from Durham University, theoretical physicist Dejuna Kroon, who was not involved in the gravitational wave observation, told Science.
Cool. They didn't get my quote. Nobody came and asked me what I thought of something I never saw or participated in. What the fuck?
It gets worse as you go on. All right. Well, it's. I don't want to hijack the stream or anything, but I've got something else to bring up in a little bit if you guys want. If you guys don't know about it, look up something called the Prism project. It's
Prism
a real
project.
thing.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, the Prism project or Prism program, one of the two. But they're not even trying to hide it anymore. Maybe if you guys, I don't want to spoil it for you. Maybe look it up and take a look. And it's pretty fucked up.
Prism program.
Yeah,
okay.
The NSA Internet Surveillance Program. Various academic and research programs like the ones at Longwood University for STEM students, or the Postdoctoral Recruitment Initiative in Sciences and Medicine at Stanford University, became public knowledge in 2013, is a surveillance program that involves collecting internet communications from U.S. internet companies. Yeah, they've been doing this forever. I love that they still put, like, oh, there's a phone call. Keep them on the line. We need so long in order to detect where they are. Like, they know the second the phone is dialed where the call came from. They're the arbiters of the whole system. You know, they control all that stuff. It's just silly to me. The movies are still doing that.
So its purpose is to collect information from non-U.S. persons, though it can sweep up communications of Americans communicating with them, allegedly.
Yeah, it's like the Patriot Act. It was initially, I think it was approved in like 2007. That was during the Bush administration, and then Obama just basically just pushed it through even more.
Right.
Yeah, I did a little bit of a deep dive on this one, and yeah, it's like the Patriot Act. It's just like, oh yeah, by the way, we're looking at every fucking thing you're doing, and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, actually, there is. There are some things you can do, but
live like Gene Hackman in that one movie. Oh, Will Smith.
You mean Owen Wilson?
No, Will Smith.
I know. What was that? Damn it.
Where the NSA is chasing Will Smith around.
Oh, that's Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State. Yeah.
I was thinking 1600 Pennsylvania, but that was the other one.
Wesley Snipes.
Snipes, yep.
Murder at 1600, yep.
Yeah.
That's the address of the White House, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Oh. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I've been listening to Adam Carolla a lot lately. He cracks me up because he doesn't really pick a side. He's kind of left-leaning, but he rips on everybody. When he sees bullshit, he just kind of calls it out. And I just find his sense of humor funny. But he was talking about people saying how rich people don't pay taxes, and it pisses him off so bad. And this is because we talked about Wesley Snipes. He's like, yeah, go ask Wesley Snipes what happens when you don't pay your taxes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes owed like what, $50 million or something like that.
Something crazy like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But Adam Carolla, yeah, I would agree with you. I used to listen to him all the time. Back when I was, or back when he was on Loveline, and he would be drunk half the time. That's the only reason I fucking listened to that radio station or that radio show, just because he's like, oh, I'm fucking drunk. And again, and then Dr. Drew, was like, dude, yeah, you can't keep doing this. But anyways, yeah,
I listen to Loveline.
I've purchased every single Adam Carolla audiobook that there is, and I would just listen to those like as I go for my evening walk. It's pretty fucking hilarious what he comes up with.
Yeah, he's a pretty funny guy. I like his sense of humor. And I like that he has a background in the construction world.
Yeah, it's one of the things that he also talks about when he said, by the time I'm 30, he said it was like a 5-year goal for himself or whatever you want to call it. He said, man, by the time I'm 30, I'm going to have to get my shit in, I have to have a direction in my life. Because he said that he was just doing copious amounts of drugs and drinking all the time and blah, blah, blah. I've done that too. But he said one day he got a job working as a laborer at a construction company. And, laborers are basically there to pick up things and move them to other locations and then to dig trenches. That's pretty much the gist of it. And he said that one day he decided he wanted to be a carpenter. So he went and bought himself a really nice, saddle pouch, tool bag, it's a saddle pouch. So he showed up to work that day with all these carpenter tools and his saddle pouch, and his supervisor said, "Oh, that's a really nice pouch. Take that off, put it away, and grab a fucking shovel." That was kind of what he said. It's like, "Oh shit,
The
He
life
didn't
of a laborer.
yeah, basically, like, yeah, you're not here to you're not here to cut boards."
Yeah. You got the nice little fancy pouch there. That's cute and all, but no.
He also
You're
came
gonna
out with
dig a ditch today.
there was a show he did for, it was unfortunately kind of short lived, but it's called To Catch a Contractor. Contractors that basically show up to a job, they do a really shitty job, and then yeah, no, it was yeah, like To Catch a Predator kind of thing with
yeah, that's great.
and most of the time they were able to catch them, and they said, well, at the beginning of it, like, "You're going to fix this, we will help you, or we're going to help the customer sue you." And yeah, it's kind of interesting. You can find a lot of those on YouTube.
Yeah, I could see how you could run into legal issues and all kinds of stuff with a show like that, though.
Yeah, I think it only had maybe 2 seasons of it, something like that.
I had never even heard of it. That's crazy.
I think that's a legitimate show that should still be around, only because I have been working in construction and maintenance and engineering for a long time, and I've seen a lot of really shoddy work.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of shoddy work out there happening right now. A lot of people cutting corners and all kinds of stuff. A lot of new houses having like 20-year problems really early.
Yeah, my grandparents' house, it finally went through with the sale and all that kind of stuff, but I started doing a lot of the electrical work over there. You know, I was in charge of my parents, you know, anything at all. And my mom is the executor of the property. She was, not the household. Anyways, I was going in there and doing a lot of the electrical work, and then they told me to stop because they said, "This is under contract," which basically means you're giving them free labor to do this electrical work. And I was like, "Oh shit, okay." So then I went and started doing inspections on there was one electrician that was doing it, and I found violation after violation. And that's when my parents were like, "Oh yeah, we probably should have just hired you." I'm like, "Yeah, you probably should have." But, "Oh yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for like 20 years. I'm like, yeah, okay. Some people just, I mean, they fucked up a lot of stuff. Put it that way. It wasn't just electrical.
Yeah,
it's
he's
just
been doing it wrong for 20 years.
yeah.
Yeah, you see that a lot nowadays.
And as I always say, if anybody online wants free electrical advice and things like that, hit me up. I will help you out. I know what I'm doing.
Cool. I got that impression. I'm looking for a story, trying to go back. I've been looking for it since you talked about the Prism thing. I thought I had dropped it in our pile, but it's not there. It was probably one of those that changed to something else, as they do, because I see a story here I don't remember dropping, so that's probably where it was. But anyway, essentially there's some new, I think it's like a new, like, governmental law thing, whatever those are called. So companies that you get a cell phone from, like that you work for, like I work for whatever, and they give me a cool cell phone. It does stuff my phone didn't do. Well, they can track you now, like not just like they always could, but they have permission from our government to go in and read every text you ever send and all that. It used to be a thing where you agreed to it in the company, blah, 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 blah. Now they can just do it without your agreement. I don't know. I don't know the details. The story was lost in the shuffle here, but that just went through, and I saw the story last night and thought I dropped it. Interestingly enough, the story that I clicked on, that I think turned into it, is a post on X about a cat that went to space. I don't remember seeing this story at all, and I don't know how the two got conflated. So there you go.
That's a chunky cat too. I saw that picture. I'm like, wow.
You saw it?
That's a hefty cat right there.
I'll show that. Yeah, I'll show it to people. Hang on. Apparently it was a French chapeau. No, that's not right. That's a hat. Come on, help me, French cat name. Help me. What's French for cat? I used to know it.
In space? Are you serious?
Yeah, hang on. I'm trying to show you. Just want to share it. There we go. Share screen. There he is. His name, or her name, was Felicite. Big old chunk, for sure. Cool. Got the eye makeup around the eyes like Spot used to have. Man, I miss Spot. So yeah, this kitty went to space in 1963, October 18, 1963, as part of the French space program. Now, did we know the French had a space program in the 60s? I didn't till this story right now. Did y'all remember the French having a space program?
I mean, I heard French astronauts were a bunch of pussies, but
There, yes, the French, yes, oh, monsieur. Yeah, we went to space. And they are one of the countries that's associated with going to the, quote unquote, ISS.
Well, yeah, now, but not in the 60s.
Oh, true. Okay. Valid.
To me, it was Russia and us in the 60s. That was it. There wasn't discussion of like other people doing shit. China, Japan, France. I don't remember any of that. Anyway, the cat went up, allegedly, 15 minutes in microgravity, 157 kilometers, which is 98 miles for you and me, and then returned safely. And was then euthanized 2 months later. Wah, wah, wah. Because, studying and I guess trying to figure out what happened up there. I don't know why, but apparently so.
Stupid cat wouldn't keep its mouth shut.
Cat. There's fucking green screens everywhere. Wow.
Well, what's kind of fucked up is that Russia, allegedly, was the one that sent up, I think the first, they sent up like a dog, which I think they also named Sputnik, and a lot of other different animals up there. It's like, why the fuck are they sending animals up there? Just, I don't get it.
Isn't that what prisoners are for?
Exactly, yeah.
I'm going to launch you up in this experimental aircraft, and if by chance you survive, I'll knock a couple years off your sentence.
Well, all right, here's something that I might piss people off on in regards to prisoners. I used to be extraordinarily pro-death penalty, but now I'm not. I think death penalty should be abolished, regardless of whatever crimes that would normally get them into that situation. Like, mass homicide or something like that, right? Jeffrey Dahmer kind of shit. Well, the reason I'm against it is because of the cost of keeping them alive and how many years they go through the penal system with. Yeah, well, that's
wait, just a second.
Okay.
I want to make sure I got my brain wrapped around this. You don't want to kill them because it takes too much to keep them alive. So, as a solution, you want to keep them alive longer.
No. Well, yes and no at the same time. But,
okay. Good.
I work them to death. Make them turn big rocks into small rock. That because the death penalty is not a situation where people are going to be like, oh yeah, well if I go and do this, I know I'm going to get executed in 20 fucking years or something. No.
So you think it's going to be cheaper to have them break big rocks into small rocks for no fucking reason?
Well, I'm just saying make them produce something for the rest of their life.
And you just like don't feed them and they slowly starve to death? And that's how we make up the money for not executing them like decades ago? We've had these decades of maintaining them and feeding them and clothing them and housing them just in order for them to take big rocks and break them into smaller rocks because we don't have machines to do that.
Hard labor. I mean, they've been doing this throughout time. Watch I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen this movie called Papillon.
Butterfly?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Well, the butterflies, yes. But that was one of his cellmates had the butterflies. Anyways, the point is, yeah, make them actually do something. And if they refuse to do that, solitary confinement until they want to work. That's why I'm against the death penalty. And even though I think that a lot of these people would actually be choosing to get the death penalty, it's expensive. It's laborious. It's my personal opinion, obviously. I am more harsh on it. The death penalty is a fucking easy out. It's like, whatever. And then they just they get a paralyzing agent going through their body, and then they go to sleep, and then they get the thing that stops their heart and their brain function.
So death, you're saying death is an easy out.
And then they wake up in hell, or they wake up in this weird situation where they're being coaxed down a hallway of light to be reanimated into this hellish realm again. Yeah, it's an easy out. You're right.
Why should we charge murderers then? Like, wouldn't murder be a good thing? Because we're giving all the murderers are giving their victims the easy way out? Hard to show any sort of loss or need to involve police if you're not causing any harm. Right? What would be the harm in murder if you're giving them the easy way out by killing them? Seems like your loss of life is not the easy way out, but rather the ultimate price to be paid.
Right, but if we were to...
Well, I guess I can see your point. I don't really give a shit about the way out as long as they're gone. I'm okay giving them an easy way out as long as they're out. So going out is the punishment, not making your out as painful and excruciating and punishing as possible. Just get the fuck out.
Well, that's what in the movie Papillon, that's what they did. They exiled them to that particular island, where
well, that's no way out, or waiting until your natural time out. Giving a person on death row an easy way out, calling that death sentence and killing them the easy way out, just seems a little odd to me. I think of all those guys that stormed the beaches of Normandy just to find the easy way out by dying.
I don't know the exact statistics on it at the moment, but
I think it'd be cheaper to kill them. Kill them quick, kill them easy, kill them quiet, kill them efficiently.
Yeah, but
that would make sense. Dragging it on for 20 years and appeals and other bullshit doesn't make a lick of sense to me.
Yeah, horse thieves back in the day, that would be a death penalty. And they would fucking hang someone for that. But nowadays, you steal a horse and it's like, you get a slap on the wrist, you get let out of jail by some liberal judge, 4 days later or whatever, even the same day. But when it comes to these people that are committing these horrible atrocities to the public, to innocent people, or just whatever, something that would normally demand the death penalty, then I was like, no, fuck that. You put that motherfucker, you put a ball and chain on his ankle and make him fucking work. If he doesn't want to work, solitary confinement. And that's it. The rest of their life, that's it. And then what you can do is actually profit from it. Meaning you can put it on the internet, like a special subscription channel where you can watch these prisoners get basically worked to death. I think that would deter crime pretty dramatically, only because you actually see these guys be like, oh shit, if I go and kill those people, that's what I have to do? Oh, fuck that.
Fuck, I don't get the easy way out anymore.
Yeah, it's fucking, yeah.
Now I get to stay in and absorb all those tax dollars that are required to keep me alive, while they slowly, over decades, work me to death. Like, time doesn't do that by itself. We're going to slowly work you to death by doing absolutely fucking nothing. Taking a toothbrush and scrubbing the entire floor of the prison. That will slowly work you to death. Because after enough years, guess what? You'll die. After about 80 or 90 years, you're going to die.
Well, yeah, there's 80 or 90. That's a little...
Depends on when you go in.
And then also medical experimentation, which I know they've done in the past, where they're like, oh yeah, we're going to harvest your organs, the ones that are actually good still, because some people that were, drug addicts and whatnot, yeah, some of their internal organs are going to be shit. What? Like, yeah, we're going to experiment on you.
I'm actually kind of okay with that. A life sentence will forfeit your organs and your right to deny organ donorship. Like, if you get a life sentence, once you die, your organs are ours. You are ours for eternity. Even if we have to recycle your parts, they will be ours. I'm okay with that. That would probably really shorten that list of people waiting for organ donors.
Yeah, and then also medical experimentation. I mean, there's a lot of people that are going through medical school and they have to work with cadavers. But why not just a prisoner who has no choice? Experiment on them while they're alive. And yes, I am very harsh and crude to that, but that's why
you're an interesting dude, Andrew, without a doubt.
That's why I'm against the death penalty. It's pointless. We need to make more use out of it, out of the system. Yes, I thank you. Well, yes, I'm a little unique when it comes to this, but
I'm kind of there with you. Just think of all the small, tiny little stitches we could actually get if we started putting those kids in public schools to work. Instead of just wasting all their time learning all that nonsense, we could put them to work.
Snitches. I thought you said stitches. I'm like, oh, it's getting really like the death of 1,000 cuts. What are we doing here?
Nope, stitches. That's what snitches get, but I'm referring only to the stitches part because kids got them nice tiny little fingers. They can get the real small, close together stitches. Real quality work. I mean, no sense in wasting all that good labor just wasting away there in a public school system. And don't even let them think about being tired or their hands hurting or wanting to stop. Same with the prisoners. Like, isn't that how we work them to death? We get about 6 or 7 days of no sleep, just constantly cracking the whip, making them work. No rest, no sleep, no food, just work until you die.
Yeah, it's the chain gang. That's where
they fed the chain gang. Chain gang would get back on the bus and go back to the prison, eat, go to sleep, wake up the next day, eat, go and do it again. But that just sounds like lots of money. All the food and lights to keep on at night. Wouldn't it be easier just to kill them?
Okay. What? Yeah, I guess if it was like a 24-hour trial and you just all it took was a single rope in a tree branch or something, yeah, that would be easy. But
what if you didn't have a rope or a tree branch and you just had guns? Wouldn't that still work? Or what if you just had an electrified chair they could sit in and you could just fry them? No trees, no branches, no ropes. Or what if you had like drugs you could give them that would stop their heart? No trees, no rope. You could just kill them. Wouldn't that save a bunch of money?
Certain people, I would say, they want to be killed, and that's why they have shootouts with police officers.
Oh, yeah, they just want the easy way out.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, they want to die. Well, when it comes to everyone else, like Jeffrey Dahmer, as an example, was found guilty, pled guilty, and then he was sentenced to life without parole, and he ended up getting beaten to death by a fellow inmate because they were on a cleaning project, and yeah, his head was bludgeoned to death because anyways, I'm not going to go into the details on that one, but no, Jeffrey Dahmer should not have been life in prison in a prison at all. Like hardcore, like the chain gang. Like that happens with a lot of different prisoners, where when I was working in Livermore, California at the time, I would have to go out to Sonora once per month. And one of the nurses out there, she was telling me her husband is a CO for one of the prisons. And what they have these inmates do is they go out there and they clear all the brush for fire protection measures, so like wildfire protection. And yeah, and the inmates that do that, yeah, they have a reduced sentence. It's not very much, but ultimately it gives them a little bit of a skill set. It gives them exercise, and it basically allows them to they're not getting paid for this shit, obviously, but yeah, other inmates, Jeffrey Dahmer as an extreme example, or John Wayne Gacy.
So real quick, I gotta change lanes.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's getting dark. I'm sorry. It's getting a little twisted.
Well, I just have seen this a few times now in chat, and I have to address this with Laura. Laura, I am not asleep. I haven't been asleep. Once I woke up at 3:15, I've been awake ever since, and I don't go back to sleep. And I've seen you mention me sleeping in chat a number of times this morning. So I'm assuming you're not aware that the myasthenia gravis that I suffer with causes my eyes to droop. Now, it's also a lot of cannabis intake over the years. I'm sure, I'm kind of like Jim at this point. It's, look, man. But, like Jim Brewer. But yeah, I don't sleep during the show. If I'm here, I'm up and I'm with it. I don't ever fall asleep. Now, that's not to say I never have fallen asleep, but I'm awake. It's simply the myasthenia gravis making me extra droopy early. When I get up after not a lot of sleep, it's usually when it's the worst, and I didn't get much sleep. And if you'll notice, the right eye is much droopier than the left eye, because it's fun with myasthenia gravis day. No, it's every day, actually. But yeah, that's what's going on. I'm not sleeping. But thank you for waking me up.
It's hard if you don't look directly at the camera, too. If you look down from the camera, it's going to make you look like you're sleeping.
Yeah, I'm looking at the keyboard or at the screen or whatever. I rarely look into the camera.
All right, here's a change of subject real quick here, only because the whole prison thing and death penalty. And I'm stalled on that shit. Like, put them to use. But anyways, I watched Groundhog Day recently. And I don't even know why I watched it again. But
you watch it every day?
that would be fucking nightmare. But if any one of the three of you, or anyone in the audience as well, if you were in that situation, you know, he learned sculpting and piano and memorized Jeopardy and all kind. If you were in that time loop situation and you realized it, what would you do?
I think a much easier answer to that question would be, what wouldn't I do? That'd be a much shorter list of all the shit that I wouldn't do. Huh. And it's probably not a list of things I could say on YouTube of the things that I wouldn't do. But it wouldn't be very long because I'd be doing all sorts of freaky shit.
Well, yeah, because he commits suicide multiple times. And, well, at least he tries to. Then he just wakes up to the same old song. Oh, that would be annoying, waking up to the same song every day. But then from there...
Especially Sonny and Cher.
Well, yeah. It's
so
just
put your little hand in mine. Yep.
I mean, it's not a bad song. You just don't want to wake up to the same song every fucking day. It would just be really annoying. However...
That's why we go every other morning.
I've been thinking about it a lot. And Punxsutawney is where they were. And yeah, there's going to be a blizzard and all that kind of shit. So he was limited within this one little town. So he learned how to play piano and ice sculpt and do a lot of different things. I'm just wondering, like, if I was in that situation, what the fuck would I do? And I think, Zach, you said learn every single language. Yeah, that might be a good idea. But it's one of those questions that obviously is hypothetical because we're not going to live in a time loop like that. But at the same time,
you're not.
I don't think so.
Sure would explain the Mandela effect, wouldn't it?
Well, there's a lot of movies about this kind of thing, such as the Tom Cruise one. What's it called? The Day After Tomorrow.
Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, where he just lives in this repeating cycle. I mean, there's a lot of movies that are very similar, and everyone treats their situations different based upon, you know, whatever the producers of the movie and the writers and stuff are, whatever they're doing. And I don't have an answer for it necessarily, but if I was in like Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, or whatever the fuck it is, in a small little town like that, yeah, I would just be debaucherous probably until it fucking ended.
Well, that's kind of how he started off. Then it got boring.
About 6 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. I was on a vacation with my girlfriend, and we went up to her parents' cabin. And it was me and Angie, and then her boyfriend and his her sister and his boyfriend and his mom and dad. So it was six of us. So one thing they put on was Groundhog Day, and I was like, "Holy fuck, we're gonna actually watch this during." It was up in the mountains, like we were like basically snowed in. And I was like, "Oh fuck, this is gonna get weird." And that's one of the things that Brent, I was my girlfriend's sister's boyfriend. He said, "Yeah, there was an actual study done on it for someone, how long it would take for someone to actually learn how to do all those things, and get really good at that, and all the things he shows. And apparently, it's somewhere around like 30 years." Like 30 years of reliving the same fucking day over and over. I wouldn't quite call that hell, but it's close. But ultimately, if people have not seen Groundhog Day, it's worth watching. Definitely is. I mean, it's Bill Murray. He's one of my favorite actors.
Well, they never really say how long it was in the movie, do they? They never really specify.
Yeah. Like becoming a piano master, that takes a long time. And then ice sculpting, also another long time. And then memorizing Jeopardy questions, long time. All these different things. I was trying to think to myself, like, if I was in that situation, what the fuck would I do?
I love when he answers the question before he even asks.
Yeah, yeah, that's the part, yeah. Like, exercising would be pointless because you're just going to wake up and be the same person. Suicide is pointless because you're just going to wake up and be the same person. Like, what the fuck would you actually do, though? Well, get good at something.
The little boy he catches every day. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite scene out of that entire movie is when he steals the groundhog and lets the groundhog drive. Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry. And just takes it off the cliff.
Yeah.
My favorite part was when they were in the diner, and in the background, the busboy drops the bus tub full of dishes, and it crashes everywhere. And the guy says, "Hey, you can just put that anywhere, bud." I've used that so many fucking times in my life. Somebody drops something and just laugh at them, tell them, "Hey, you can just put that anywhere."
Yeah, I think that was one of the parts where he was sitting there with, well, I know her name. I can't remember the name of her.
Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio.
Oh, I was going to say Andy McDowell.
Oh, that's right. That's the wrong brunette.
Oh, yeah, I just know her because, I mean, she's getting
Maria Conchita Alonso. What?
I don't know what Josh was saying in regards to that, but yeah, he's sitting there and he's just stuffing his mouth with like the worst, like just like donut after donut after pastry and pastry.
Yeah, that'd
and
be me.
He says, "Oh, I'm a god." Like, oh, I'm not the god. I'm just a god. I'm trying to explain that to someone. You could do that 50 times in a row if you're going to be reliving the same day, and it would make any difference whatsoever.
Even silverware is heavy in bulk, Daz. I remember. Now, I wouldn't mind taking all the death row prisoners and turning them into busboys, making them carry them heavy-ass dishes around. But that would put some people out of a job.
I think that what we can do is, even if someone serves, let's just say 15 or 20 years in a prison sentence, they get out, like, oh, I can't find a job. Well, guess what? All these illegals that were doing those jobs aren't going to be doing those jobs anymore. So you'll be doing those jobs for the same wages. Utilize it. The prison industrial complex has been utilized in that same way for a long time. But
as slave labor for the people that have done their time and served their sentence to the community. They get out, and we should just continue to work them to death, just a little more slowly than before.
Well, they still have their freedom, but
what if they don't show up to work?
They go back to prison, I suppose. I don't know. I'm not the arbiter of everything, but I would say that at least allow these prisoners who have a very difficult time, in some cases, finding jobs, only because they have a felony or multiple felonies. And some of them, it's like, you know what? I fucked up. I know I did it. I did it on purpose. Then they get out and they're like, now what am I supposed to do?
No, there's lots of stuff that I think that would work well for. Like, I know in Georgia, a lot of their trash pickup is done by prisoners. And the prisoners get like 25 cents an hour or something stupid like that. I mean, they actually get paid to go out there and collect trash, but I could see just not using prisoners, but rather using recently paroled people that can't seem to find work and giving them first pick at a lot of these high intensity labor jobs that most people don't really want to do. Trouble is, especially for things like having prisoners pick up trash, there's, a lot of times personal information in the trash and a lot of things that could be deduced from a person's trash, and having prisoners rummage through there, find things, see things, look for things that they may not necessarily ought to have access to always made me a little nervous. But even still, there's lots of work out there that needs to be done, especially if you're going to rip out that huge section of workers in the economy.
Yeah, so the prison reform system is one of those things where I've admitted it. I've done a little bit of time, and I also worked inside of a lot of prisons when I was an electrical contractor. And I saw what it took for some people to actually get reformed. Some people can't. I was talking to the CEOs about this all the time, and they were like, yeah, some of these people, they've seen them multiple times. They get released after like 3 years, then boom, they're right back in. It's the revolving door situation. And they don't care, because some people are not able to cope with holding a job and staying sober or not committing violence. It's just that revolving door situation. And I think that it's the prison industrial complex, because they get paid per inmate. And I didn't know this was actually the case until I was actually working as a contractor, and I got to see a little more of the in-depth part of it. And yeah, the CEOs were like, yeah, the more inmates we have here, the more we get paid. I was like, what the fucking, like, yeah, it's like, I think they said it was like $1.70 per day per inmate. That's how much they got paid, on top of their already standard wages from the state. So like, the more inmates they have, the more they get paid. And then, or the prison gets paid, and then they get bonuses and stuff. And then if they drop, I think they said if they drop below 60% of population of a prison or a county jail, then what they have to do is start reallocating prisoners to, or inmates, convicts, whatever you want to call them, into different places to occupy those beds. And that was in Virginia, also in New Jersey as well. I did some jobs up in New Jersey and Maryland. But it's the prison industrial complex. It's a for-profit organization. All right, that's all I have to say for the time being. I'm going on mute.
Well, in a bit of housekeeping then, over the weekend I did find out that my brother's dog, Lilu, is not doing great. She's not at death's door, but she has heart problems, congestion. It's a whole thing. They put her on some kind of medication, like you would, you know, a dog, a natural thing, and an animal that needs to heal itself. Give it medicine. But anyway, you know, I know there's probably, I say it like my brother's not looking into natural options. He does. He actually is very familiar with a gentleman named Andrew Jones, who is like a pet health secrets kind of guy who does a lot of stuff that's not, you know, in line with the standard pet thing. That being said, you know, just definitely send lots of prayers for the puppy there. Yes, thank you guys. Ice baths, really interesting. I'll let them know. Interesting. But yeah, she's you know, she's older. She's been around a while. And she's definitely a sweetie. She's the one that always, like, basically sucks on your thumb like a baby. She's nuts, and I love her to death. So definitely sending love and prayers out to Lulu. Seems like there was other housekeeping I needed to do. What was it? Oh, yeah. Little other not so great news on Monday, I think it was. Let me go find the date. November 24th, whatever day that was. Apparently Jimmy Cliff has passed away, 81 years old. If you're not familiar with Mr. Cliff, you probably are and just aren't aware. As big a reggae artist as Bob Marley was, you know, Jimmy Cliff right up there. What was Harder They Fall? Great movie, great songs. Yeah, definitely sad to see that. 24th, is that what the date is? I saw here. I know it just went by and I'm trying to find it again. I've lost it. Yes, the 24th. There it is.
81, that's a good run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he definitely did a lot. And other amazing mind-breaking, outstanding news of space, after many, many attempts and us really giving them shit for it, and a first for humanity, scientists may have, God dang it, never mind, I'm sorry, I was all excited, never mind. When the article title has may in it, then you're probably going for a ride of bullshit. Lots and lots of bullshit.
Unless it's the end of April.
Although I'm not shocked. I'm sorry, what, sir?
I said, unless it's the end of April.
Well, definitely, in this article, it definitely lets me know that scientists may have finally seen dark matter. Finally, after all the looking. How did they see it? Well, they didn't, because it's all bullshit. You can't see something that doesn't fucking exist. But did they infer it from a bunch of other bullshit they piled on top of each other, made a big pile of shit, and what was missing, they went, oh, that must be dark matter? Most likely. Yeah, it's all the same shit over and over and over. It's never seen, it's never found, because it's the crap they had to make up to make all their other math and shit work. Or it don't work. You see what I'm saying? 3 body problems. What are we doing? Anyway, I'll stop. There is an image, though. Let me share it.
Yes. I could have sworn I saw some dude claiming that he was the first person to have actually seen dark matter.
And who was that?
I don't know. I didn't click on the story. We already had a space lettuce dark matter story. And there goes Walter. Putting the damn screen share button too close to the leave button.
Anyone want to guess what button's next to what button? this thing on?
Yeah, I was laughing. I was telling everybody exactly what had happened and where you went.
There it is. I'm guessing the great bar in the middle is the black. It's the dark matter.
Shit, I see it too.
I see it. I finally see it. It's there. Oh my goodness. So there you go. Oh, and there's a graph. I should have known there would be a graph with numbers and X's and C's and V's and stuff.
And gamma ray.
You go gamma ray. Oh, now they put a dotted line in the gray area. That is the galactic center of the galactic plane. Wait, the galactic is flat? What? Huh? So despite all his confidence, Totani, who apparently is the one behind all this, emphasizes that these results must be independently verified by other researchers, because even if his findings are confirmed, scientists will still need to seek further evidence to ensure that the halo-like radiation truly comes from dark matter annihilation rather than another cosmic source. So like I inferred earlier, they got this shit from some other bullshit, not from an actual seeing of any fucking thing. All right, I'll stop being ugly about the scientists and their lack of proof.
You know how you inaccurately do long division and you end up with some fucked up remainder and you just don't know what to do with that fucked up remainder? From now on, we'll just call it dark matter. Like, I don't know what the fuck this is, so all I know is it's supposed to be there because there it is. It's not something I did wrong. That's just the nature of it.
Like the accountant in the show The Office, Kevin.
Exactly.
To go home at night on time, because it didn't zero out his numbers. He would draw in a 11, he called it. It was his magic number. That was whatever he needed it to be to make zero at the end of the night. So he just put a 11 in there. That got Kevin fired. But yeah, that's the same thing as dark matter right there.
The Office is hands down one of the, well, in my opinion at least, one of the greatest TV shows ever produced. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's one of. And the first couple seasons, not too great. But it just got better and better. It's like, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. These are all like great shows that I've watched time and time again. Sometimes I just play it in the background as I'm, like washing dishes or something. But yeah, I've never seen more than about maybe 5 or 10 minutes of the British version of The Office, which was created by Ricky Gervais. I couldn't see, like, British comedy is different, but I think they're catching up with American comedy. But yeah, they created that in the UK, and now it was sent over to the United States, and I think it was substantially better. There's another TV show.
So I have to agree with you, Andrew, on the whole British humor thing. Like, growing up, I was exposed to Monty Python quite early. And just didn't get it. I was watching Saturday Night Live, got that all the time. Understood it. Then a little show called Fridays started popping on Friday evenings, and I got that. Lots of funny shit going on there. But when I would see the circus, I didn't get it. I just didn't understand Monty Python. I didn't get the humor. I didn't get the jokes. And then later, years later, there was an episode or two of this thing on Comedy Channel before it turned into Comedy Central. And it was kind of like early on, they didn't have a lot of original programming, so they would repackage people's stand-ups in these little bits, like a 5-minute routine taken out of context of the whole routine, the whole bit, the whole show, and show you that. And you'd kind of go, oh, that's humorous, but you don't have all the backstory or where the callback came from or any of that. So the humor wasn't great. That's actually the first place I saw Bill Hicks, was on their little, what was it called? I can't remember the name of it, but basically that's what it was. And then they had a British version of the same thing where they would show a few minutes of the middle of somebody's routine, give you the joke. It was okay, but it wasn't really that great. And again, it just reemphasized for me how not funny to me British humor was, because I would watch their routine and I would try to get it, and I just didn't get it. And then I was watching, I don't remember, I think it was just a special that may have come on one of the cable channels that we would have had back then, probably, Showtime or HBO or whatever, some of the early ones. We didn't get Skinamax, damn it. And I was right in the middle of puberty. But anyway, one of the shows was... One of the shows was this gentleman named Rowan Atkinson. And he was doing these routines that were fucking brain breakers. Like, he sat down in front of an invisible drum kit and played it. And being a musician at that point and being around a lot of drummers, I didn't play drum, but I was around a lot of drummers. It blew me away. I laughed my ass off. If you ever have a minute, go look up Rowan Atkinson Invisible Drum Kit. And in that same routine, they were talking about comedy stereotypes and comedy just go-tos, like things that people have repeatedly done over the years. And so here's Rowan Atkinson standing there like this normal actor dude, and then they start talking about, but just shorten the length of the sleeves a bit. He pulls his sleeves up, and he fixes his pants a certain way, and he does a certain thing to his jacket and rumples it and stoops his arm down a little bit, and suddenly he's Mr. fucking Bean. And I'd never seen Mr. Bean, but he's this whole different dude. Like, he transforms in front of you to another person. It's the most incredible thing you've ever seen. And so a few days later, I saw this show, Mr. Bean. So I started watching it, and I fucking loved it. I fell in love. And I get it. It's not everybody's cup of tea. And I'm definitely not one for slapstick. I outgrew slapstick at probably 5 years old, watching Lucille Ball and Carol Burnett. And so, yeah, it was the other stuff he would do. The little, like, just the little tiny fucking, Caleb knows. Just the little things, painting the apartment with the firework, and just the little thing. It was so great. Anyway, so yeah, the British humor thing took me literally more than half of my life to finally understand. And I did early on. Someone showed me probably a YouTube video of Gervais doing The Office, and I tried it, even though I never really watched The Office here in the States much after the first or second season. Just got old to me, and I didn't dig it that much, so I never went further than that. But it definitely was better than what I saw as the British version. So it's definitely a hit and miss thing for me still. What we doing?
Yeah, so I would agree with you.
Oh, go ahead.
When it comes to Monty Python, like, I had my girlfriend in high school, she fucking loved Monty Python. And she basically was like, oh yeah, come over and we're going to watch the Monty Python, have some dinner, and, do all the other stuff that we do. And I was not impressed with Monty Python at all. I was like, this is such dry, like, it's not even humorous. But now I go back and watch some of it. It's like, holy shit, they were on point. There's this one little skit that they were doing, a bunch of people like out in a field, like digging trenches or holes or something like that, and all of a sudden the king comes along, and I was like, I watched that now, I'm like, wow, this is way funnier than I thought it was originally when I was looking at it.
You
Yeah,
ever
me
see that
too.
show?
I love those movies. Like I love them now. They're some of my favorite movies ever. But the first times I saw them as a young teenager or whatever, yeah, didn't dig it at all. So yeah, I'm right there with you. I
You guys
fired
ever
in
see
your general
Faulty
direction.
Towers?
Oops, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I never got on that boat. I missed it. Like my buddy kept, and this was before I like transferred over. My buddy kept talking about it. Mike, he was like, "Dude, it's great. It's hilarious. It's Cleese. That you'll love it." And I'm like, I don't really do the whole Monty Python thing, and he was blown away because he was all into it. So I'll have to go find that now and watch it with my later in life appreciation for comedy.
Oh, it's pretty good. Yeah, John Cleese is amazing in it.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, there's like, yeah, the whole cast is really well done.
Yeah, see, and the killer rabbit. I just dropped the link for the Rowan Atkinson doing the invisible drum set. My humor did age well. Thank you, Caleb.
No rain today. Come on, no rain.
No rain, no rain, no whammies, no whammies.
I don't mind the rain in the summertime so much. But when it's cold out, it's so hard to get warm again after you get.
Yeah, out there in the Carolinas, I've never lived in the Carolinas. I've been there, but I lived in Virginia, and yeah, the rain may not necessarily be rain. It turns into like sleet and hail. That's when it gets annoying. But here in California, fuck, we need way more rain. Way more. But either way, yeah, it's one of those things that we can't control with chemtrails or HARP or things like that. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't like the rain." I'm like, okay, well, live in an area that doesn't have rain, and then you'll start appreciating it a little bit more. When I was in Iraq, it barely ever rains out there. For whatever reason, I don't know. But Iraq is basically it's a fucking desert. Okay? Not like the Sahara Desert where they're like sand dunes all over the place. It looks a lot like Southern California, like the Mojave Desert. It looks very similar to that. But as soon as it would start to rain, it would only rain for like 10 minutes or something. Like all of a sudden, boom, it's gone. But for the first couple of minutes that it's raining, all the water that's falling from the sky would collect into all of the dust and dirt that's in the air. So it would rain mud for a couple of minutes. It's strange how that worked, but I was just like, what the fuck? Like, oh yeah, it's just the water's collecting all the shit in the air. And then it was horrible. Like people didn't even want to leave their tents or anything else. It's awful. But I like the rain quite a bit because it cleans the air. And also because it helps the vegetation. It makes everything smell better. What's that song? It's Blind Melon. I think it's called Rain. All right.
Yeah, they've been feeding the lyrics to us there in the chat. You guys rock. I do as well, Regina. I love the smell of rain as it begins.
Petrichor.
Good sir, what?
Petrichor, I believe is what they call that smell. I've got a little sample of a cologne called Electric Pavement, Concrete Lightning, some shit like that. I don't know. But it's supposed to have some petrichor smell to it. Yeah. So
really? That's crazy. And do you notice it?
I've not received it yet.
Oh, okay.
And it was only like a little, tiny little tester vial. So given the full bottle's like $350. I don't really care how it smells. I'll either like it or throw it away. But not much I'm going to do with it after that, regardless of how much I like it.
Now we're getting multiple rain lyrics in the chat. I love a rainy night too, Ian. I saw Mr. What's his fucking name?
It's right there. I love a rainy night. I love a rainy night. Fuck. I'm so embarrassed.
Who is it?
I hate myself.
Who? I do too. I'm not gonna look it up. God damn it! I'm gonna remember. Why does my mind keep going to Ronnie Millsap? I know that ain't it, but
it's close.
To that.
I had to look it up, but it's close.
Who is it? Just tell me.
Eddie Rabbit.
Rabbit. Oh, God damn it. Anyway, I saw him at the state fair in the 80s on the way out, like in his career, like that one hit that was fading quick.
I feel like he had more than that. I was going to say there were a couple good Eddie Rabbit songs.
I know. I'm being like that. I enjoyed it. It was a good show. I was shocked. He was at the state fair and we got to watch him for free. That's too good. There's something we were talking about earlier. Wait, what?
Never heard of him.
You're so silly. Something we were talking about earlier about AI, and it got sidetracked, and I put the picture in chat, but I never went and showed it to y'all. So I'm going to show you this. And then I'm going to explain to you that I sent this to people I've known since I'm like 14 years old. So way more than half my life. I've known these people. Grew up with them. Best friend, his mom, his brother, his sister. Sent this picture to them saying I would be over in a little while, that I was running late because I was feeding cats. And so as one can do now, it's not even a go into an app or a go figure something else out. It's literally a button push within the share a picture frame. Push the button and now it'll do funny shit. And so I did that and told the thing to, have me feeding 100 cats. And so I did and showed that to them, sent that to them. Literally, they all thought it was real. And I'm like, now come on, guys. Number one, that don't really look like me. And number two, I would have like snapped a long time ago if I had that many cats. And number three, where the fuck is that? Where is there a place like that I live, you live, that we live here in South Louisiana? Anybody we know that's got a garden like that? I was blown away. And then the t-shirt is pretty much, and the bag itself is pretty much the give. But yeah, they were all convinced that this was really me and my cats. So I'm really concerned for the world at this point, that AI is really going to fuck everybody up.
Oh, it is. If it hasn't already.
Well, it already has probably, but I was just like, come on now, y'all. Really? Really? Oh my goodness. Now, the spooky part is on at least 2 or 3 of those pictures that Michelle has made from images of me and the cats and sent to me, it looks either exactly like my uncle or exactly like my dad, which is, crazy. And one of them looks so much like my uncle that I had to go find an old picture of him and show her, and she freaked out. It's like, that's really insane. Like, I know, it's like they stole that picture and used it. It's fucking crazy. What's up, Louie? Oh, that's awesome. I saw a video, not a video, I saw an image of a place in Italy that has installed sidewalk, cubbyhole, bench thingies for cats. Let me see if we can find an image of that. Yeah, here we go. Well, what is going on?
NASA's testing a new spacesuit again.
Oh, good. Seems that last one worked out so effing well.
We're going to space?
They even used the last one?
Don't think so. Wasn't it like some Versace bullshit, as I recall? Something.
Yeah, something they ridiculous amount of money on to never wear.
Here we go. Really quick. Oh, damn it. That's not what I was trying to do. There we go. There's some more images, but that's just the one I made big, and it was a bad choice. Here we go. There you go. Italy rocks. Italy is now my favorite country.
You reckon they use tax dollars to buy all them food bowls?
I haven't clicked.
Or to fill all those food bowls?
Let's find out. Let me click on one of these.
What if somebody comes along and just starts putting sand in the bottom of all those little boxes?
Story. I don't see any stories about this, believe it or not. Okay, here we go. Italy installing small wooden cubbies under pulley benches. Tucked away. Lined with cushions for warmth. Place to eat. Food and water bowls restocked with food and water by local volunteers and community members, which is kind of what I figured, because our government don't do shit for animals. So, they're still not telling me who's paying for this. The initiative is supported by Italy's long-standing legal protection for stray cats, which makes it illegal to kill them. It's officially my favorite place ever now. Come on, everything takes me to Instagram or Facebook. Give me a real story. How about that? Those aren't really places to read fucking stories. Google.
Oh, it says here that AA #1 Chinese restaurant has also installed wooden boxes under the benches for the cats.
Really? Every story is going to take me to a Facebook? I mean, every link? Really? I'm on the 4th page now, and it's all either Pinterest, Instagram, or Facebook.
I think Google should be done.
Finally getting.
People should be done with Google completely. Like, it shouldn't be a thing. It's just so fucking useless at this point.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking yeah, I'm done. I can't find a real story. I'm over it. Sorry. You'll have to do your own research.
Remember back in the day when you could punch stuff into Google and it would give you what you were looking for?
Remember this thing called Ask Jeeves that really fucking did that? Like, Ask Jeeves, I recommended to so many people and that changed their lives and they loved it. And then they would start going, yeah, I just found this new one. It's called Google. Check it out. I'm like, I remember Google because that was an image in one of my like first or second grade reading books with a 1 and 100 zeros behind it. But I don't want to call that name of my search engine. I like Ask Jeeves. He's cool. But alas, Jeeves went away.
My former sister-in-law dated the guy that started Ask Jeeves.
Really? That's nuts. Oh, that's too good.
Yeah, that was a genius way that someone created the algorithm that used C++, Java, and also HTML. I think it was like a combination of those. And that was like the beginning part of what we now would call just modern web searches. So you can just type in like a simple word like what, and all of a sudden it's going to give you like the most common searches that happen to be prevalent at the time, like, or what is the, and then all of a sudden it'll give you these different suggestions. But I don't use Google. I use Presearch and Brave. Those are the ones because they're not monetized by search results. They just give you like the most relevant things. There's no ad revenue given by them. And you can also earn cryptocurrency on them, which every single search you do that's unique, yeah, you earn cryptocurrency, which is just feeding into the beast essentially. But yeah, Brave is really, really good. Presearch is also pretty good. I'm going to switch over to Brave permanently, I think. But yeah, Google, if you type in like what is, it's just going to come up with a whole bunch of different things that are in the search result, the index. It's the algorithmic computation as to how that actually is going to be put out to you. And a lot of it is also profit driven as well.
SEO is ruining our society.
You said SEO?
Yes.
Search engine optimization.
There you go. Okay, I was drawing a blank on that. Okay.
Yeah, we found out about the fallacy there early on, trying to start up a YouTube channel.
I keep having half a mind to contact some of these. You can grow your channel. Just do what we tell you to do. And see if anything would actually come about, given how stuffed away into the dark recesses of YouTube they keep us. You know, they say the biggest thing to growing your channel on YouTube is consistency, so they can fuck off.
They can fuck off.
That's why you guys are rolling in dough right now, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You got that, you're like Smog in that den of gold.
That's right. I've sold all of my 1,000,000 watches, black thingies, whatever they're called.
Well, there's something interesting about this is that there's this one guy, you guys probably know of him, Asmongold. And if you watch some of his earlier videos, he didn't have very many viewers on it and things like that. But then one day he did a video because people were asking him, like, how did you become successful? He said he went onto YouTube and looked at all of the people that were doing very, very well in regards to their viewership and things like that, subscribers and views. He said, and I just copied the format. He said, that's all I fucking did. He's like, but it's still his own particular show, but he's like, I just copied the format. That's it. And now he makes like $4 million a year. Actually, I think it's a little less than $4 million a year, but either way, it's a significant amount. So if you were to go to any YouTube channel that's making a lot of fucking money and basically just copy that format, well, maybe you'll become successful. And he said that at the time, he was like scratching for money. Like, he was hoping to make like $100 a month just to pay for food and stuff. And he said it took him about a year before he started actually getting the hang of it. And then all he basically fucking does is just go on. He goes on to Twitter now, or sorry, X, and just research, just looked at a whole bunch of these different political and socio-political type of thing, and then just plays the videos and then comments on it. And he plays video games, and he makes fuckloads of money.
Well, yeah, I knew early on that by being a fake person, you can make all kind of money. That's in anything, business, whatever. You pick one. As long as you want to be a fake money grubbing fuck, you can make all kind of money. Absolutely. But I don't want to be fake. And I don't want to watch fucking shitty games that get played by people, and I don't want to see videos about music that I sure don't give one fuck about, let alone 2 fucks about. But that's just me. I have integrity.
Oh, that just made me think. South Park did that whole thing, Integrity Farms. And I looked it up, if they actually had a t-shirt, Integrity Farms, and yes, they do. So I bought one. Integrity Farms. Yeah, South Park also, they put out another... I don't know how they're allowed to do this, but they're continuously putting out these episodes that, I don't know, rewind 20 years, and that shit would like be in, they'd be in like federal court or some shit like that. But nowadays, they're like, yeah, fuck it. And if people are looking for a place to watch those kind of things, you will need a VPN active at the time, because they won't let you join in unless you have an active VPN. It's 123movies.com. Or was it .org?
123 boobies?
No, movies.
I like boobies. Boobies in the net. Boobies.net. Like that chick from that movie from Arnold Schwarzenegger. What was that? She had 1, 2, 3 boobies.
Oh yeah, that's too much though. I only have 2 hands.
Yeah, whatever are you going to do with the third?
Well, maybe like
whatever could you think to do? I've got 2 hands. Maybe I should just sit here and talk. Maybe I'll whistle for a little while and just wonder what it is. What should I be doing with that third boob? I just don't think I understand what it is I need to be doing with that third tit right there. I just don't know. Maybe I'll just ponder on it.
Everyone likes boobies. Women like
You ever
boobies.
play the game, the 1-800 game?
I played the 1-900 game, but that cost me money.
Well, yeah, but that one cost money, so you'd get in trouble.
Yeah, it did.
Boobies was a good one, because that was 7. Yeah, there was all kinds of ones. 1-800, and then whatever you could come up with, 7 letters. Punch it in there, and sure enough, 90% of them had some recorded message about, for just $24.99 a minute, you can call so and so.
Yeah, and meanwhile, it's some fat chick with a cute voice. How are you doing today? I've heard a lot of people that have done like skits on that, and it was like the Jerky Boys or something. I forget who it was, and they would call these sex chat hotlines.
Frank Rizzo. Yeah, well, I used to listen to the Jerky Boys. Them.
Shit was genius once upon a time.
At one time.
We've only got about 3 minutes left. I wanted to make sure we gave Post a proper shout out and a happy birthday.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Birthday.
Happy Corporation Formation Day.
You guys hear about the lady who took her 11-year-old to a Madonna concert and realized how bad of an idea that was?
No.
More of a burlesque show than a music concert.
I didn't think Madonna was still performing.
Oh, God. I'm glad I'm not eating breakfast right now.
Full-fledged nudity. Like, yeah, she couldn't believe it.
They don't have that much tape backstage, do they?
I'm not sure if Madonna was fully nude, but her dancers and stuff like that. Yeah, I just heard it was really risque, we'll say. Yeah, Sherry.
Even at her earliest appearance in our culture, and those nude pictures came out that everybody was all excited to see, and it was hairy underarms and brunette and repulsive. Even at that point, I was not even ever attracted to her in any way. I can't even imagine what kind of horror show she looks like now.
Whoa. Oh.
In the movie Saw. Well, you know the little doll in the movie Saw?
Right.
That's what she kind of
That's what she looks like now.
Ah,
but Madonna, back when she was in her prime, was
repulsive.
Extraordinarily
repulsive.
Sexy.
No,
No,
sorry,
come on.
you are incorrect. I don't care what drugs you're on right now. We're at that point. She is. Oh, I don't. Your orientation bothers me not, but she's always been a repulsive person, horribly repulsive in every way. Look, I see agreements in chat. You guys rock. Sorry, Andrew. We outvoted you on this one. She is off the island.
I got voted off? Fuck. All right, well.
Even the song Like a Virgin just makes you want to cringe a little.
Cringe. Dick, 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 dick. That's all I'm saying. Dick, 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 dick.
Hey,
morning, noon, and night.
She was a hardcore slut, and she fucked probably more people than, you know, that are in like Nebraska or something. But and she admits it too. She's like, yeah, I fucked a lot of guys. She was really, really hot.
Yeah, she got a little weird. But we're gonna get out of here, Andrew. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning.
I'm shutting up.
Oh yes, sir. Thank you, Andrew.
Thanks everybody out
Love
there.
y'all.
Love you guys. Have a great rest of your week. Glad to be back. Hope your Thanksgiving was wonderful, or your time off, or just the rest of your normal day went great. We'll see you back here on Wednesday for more of the same. Until then, be good, be well. Do good, do it well. We love you. Bye-bye.